All right, so let's have a look at arrangement from the standpoint of drums. Okay, so when we're looking at drums and the drum beat and overall feel of a song, we got to consider, of course, the original composition and how the writer intended the song to be, what kind of a rhythm he intended it to have. Was it going to be a ballad? Is it going to be up tempo? Is it going to be mid tempo? What is it going to be? So that's the first thing to establish. So let's have a look over here and see how we would establish this. Okay, so basically the drums here have already been done. This is the same song that we worked on previously. We can stick with this because it is a ballad. It is a ballad, and originally, of course, this was just an acoustic guitar. I wrote the song, so it's acoustic guitar and vocal. That's how it was born. Okay, that's how it came into this world. Now, when you're writing the song, obviously, even at that basic stage, that initial, writing, you get a feel already for what kind of a rhythm the song is going to have. Okay, so if we just look at the acoustic guitars here, okay, it's a very basic. Now this is the intro, so let's go to the verse. It's very arpeggiated, it's very slow, obviously. Okay, so the tempo looks like it's 90. So it sounds slower than it actually is as far as the beat goes. If we come in here to verse 3, let's see. Okay, I'm double timing it a little bit here. Now when we look at the drums, see how they follow? That's why I chose this beat, which is a 6/8 beat. Sorry, not there. Here. Okay, let's look here. We are at, browser. Okay, so it's a 6/8 swing beat. That's the reason I chose it, because that's what I'm doing on the guitar. I got that feel for it. So the drums are basically going to follow in the pattern that you've established your song in the writing phase. So when we come over here to let's take the third verse, because in the first couple of verses there is no drums. So I decided at that point to just have an intro, 2 verses, only acoustic guitar and vocal. That's it. Okay, there's no line in my it's only vocal, acoustic guitar. That was the arrangement decision, okay, for this song. So it can go any way. If I wanted to, I could have not had drums at all. So you need to decide exactly what kind of vision you have for the song, and that'd be, initially you want to have a ballpark vision. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is always going to be a work in progress. So as you're arranging, you're going to get new ideas, you're going to get, different things coming at you and different feels that could potentially work. So at this point, I decided not to go with any drums in the intro and the first 2 verses and just introduce them in the bridge. And here we have a very simple beat, and again, part of the reason for that is because the guitars are also quite simple. Let's play that from the bridge. Again, the 6/8 beat, swing. Now, full disclosure, when I wrote this song, it wasn't in a swing 6/8 beat, okay? But while making the arrangements and while working everything out, I thought, man, that I could do it a little bit more, like I could double time it and see how that sounds. And then I married the beat within Reaper with the actual feel and the idea I had for this song, and that's the important thing here. So when you're looking at something like Easy Drummer, other drum software, by the way, have very similar layout to this. I just love this one because it's just easy to use, and it's got incredible pre-built-in patterns in here, and you could buy more add-on packs, and it really is an amazing software in my opinion. I've used a lot of drum softwares. I love this one. But anyway, you choose the one that you love and the one that you want, or ideally, if you have an actual drummer, okay, that's even better. Although, you know, as a songwriter and just being here in my home studio and wanting to work ideas out, that's not always practical. So, but at any rate, you just go in here and just work out different beats and just demo them and then pick the one you want. But for me, really, this is exactly what I did here with this song. And then after that, of course, basically, once the drums are worked out, then it makes things a lot easier because then the bass line can easily be worked out, okay, from the drums, and that's gonna always match the drum beat. Okay, a little gap here just to give it more, accentuate it a little more. So you see, the bass guitar is not always going to match with the kick. I don't really believe in that philosophy. Okay, most of the times, yes, but not always, okay? So, but let's leave the bass for now and focus on the drums. And basically with the drums, that's what it is. I always focus and write the drum beat based on the initial composition. And of course, I work out the tempo. Okay, the tempo over here, I work that out by playing the guitar, the song on the guitar. You can play it on whatever other instrument, piano, whatever, but playing that song at the original tempo that I wrote it in and that I'm happy with it, and that's the vision I have for it. And so then I'll just just tap with my foot and just match that beat inside of my DAW as closely as possible. And then I have, of course, always over here, as you can see, they're muted, but has to always be on time, always, okay? Otherwise, you're gonna be completely lost. So always work to the beat, always work towards a tempo, always, okay? So that's really, really important. And the metronome over here is disabled, but there is an internal one in Reaper, but it's annoying. You know, it's one of those, doop, 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 you know, this really, really annoying thing. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I wanted to keep this one short and sweet and simple. When you're looking at the beat, that's the first thing you're going to look at in arrangement, is what the tempo is going to be and what the beat is going to sound like. What kind of a rhythm is your song going to have? And always stick to the original composition, assuming you're happy with it, of course. You know, there's no rules here. You might come into your DAW and start mucking around with beats and say, you know what? I think it should be faster or slower or whatever. And that's all good, okay? So, hope that helps. I'll see you next time.